I first started my journey of being a menace with Untitled Goose Game, where I became a goose and caused so much chaos to the point where the people in the little town wanted me out of the city. Then I became a goat and started to do more chaos to the point where I became a devil and started exploding a bunch of stuff. It was really, really crazy. But we're gonna continue on with my challenge of being a menace, but this time in the water, and that is Maneater, a shark game that is pretty much chill, fun, and relaxing to the point where all you have to do is just eat a bunch of stuff, complete small objectives, and do a bunch of collectibles. And when I first saw it, it didn't look really interesting, but I decided to give it a shot this time because why not? And this is part of the challenge of doing all the platinum trophies in my collection. So here we are. Without wasting more time, let's get right into the video. You first start the game by doing the tutorial, pretty much learning the combos and all the button layouts. And it was pretty simple, not too much. I was just eating a bunch of fishes. And once we do our objective by learning the controls, that's how we get our trophy. Next up, we had to face Scaly Pete, who is the main villain of the game. But this is pretty much a tutorial, so we're gonna get ourselves captured. And once we get captured, we get our second trophy of the game, which is pretty surprising how fast we got our two trophies.
On board the Cajun Queen.
Once captured, we get pretty much skinned alive by Pete, and we come to realize that the shark was actually pregnant, and we're the ones that be playing as the little baby because the mom gets killed. So once we get captured, we're gonna bite off the hand, and the premise of this game is to pretty much get revenge on Scaly Pete to avenge our mother. Yeah, you know. So we try to gain as much of experience, as much skills, and grow as fast as we can in order to complete our objectives. But in order to do that, we have to complete the 10 bounty hunters that are after us, pretty much a rank system. And once we get to do that, that's when we get to face Scaly Pete. So before facing them, we get to grow and gain enough experience and kill all the bounty hunters on the list, like I said before. But continuing with the story, we reach our layer, our destination where we need to go for our objective. And once we learn that we have to grow for skills, that's when we get our trophy that we need. So right here, this is pretty funny actually. I was trying to gain as much experience as possible, and I got pretty cocky here. So I was trying to fight an alligator to get more experience, but I could tell that the skill difference, since I'm a level 5 and the crocodile was a level 8, I could pretty much tell the difference in skills because I got killed really quickly, which is pretty funny. But the good thing is that we spawned back into the grotto, and it gave us our achievement for leveling up to I think a teen. So yeah.
The bayou is revered for its wildness and generosity.
So right here we kill our first bounty hunter of the game, and like I said, there's 10 of them, but we don't get a trophy for our first and the very last bounty hunter that we kill. So we pretty much kill him because he was pretty easy and it wasn't really too hard. So once I killed him, I got a trophy.
Only time will tell whether government actions can diminish Port Clovis's reputation.
Once I got enough progress done in our story, I unlocked our next boss battle of the game, which was the Barracuda. And our objective is to pretty much eat him and, you know, take over the ocean. And once we get to do that, I unlocked our next trophy.
Barracuda. While most recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio staple, did you know that it's also
I've been on the grind on this game because I finally reached level 10 in this game and I went back to the grotto. And once I went back to the grotto, I leveled up to an adult. And once I got into an adult, I got the next trophy in this game.
spend less, save more, and start researching indexed mutual funds?
I forgot to explain how the Apex bosses work. So pretty much in the map, there's different districts that we could swim throughout the whole game, whenever we want. But the thing is that every district has an objective, different objective, and for this next part, I completed the objective to fight the Mako. And once I got to face him, he was a bit challenging because he was a little bit higher level than me. But once I got it done, I got the next trophy that we need to do. So I want to explain how the whole system works. Pretty much complete all the objectives.
Fast and aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based...
Earlier in the video, I got killed by a crocodile, and as my revenge plan, I got to level 18 and I went back to the very first start of the map. So once I went back, I managed to abuse the heck out of that crocodile, and it got me the trophy.
For decades, Rosie has been a star in Big B's Bayou Buddy stunt show. But our shark is far too young.
At this point in the game, things were pretty easy because I was a high enough level to the point where I can kill enemies in one bite. But I'm not complaining. It was pretty fun still. But right here we got another boss battle, and once I beat him, I got the trophy.
The bull shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception.
So right here we got our very first part. Remember, part one of the boss fight with Scaly Pete, because he doesn't give up, and they divided the fight into two parts. So right here, we got to face him again, and it was pretty easy because he didn't have any armor, which was pretty fast to kill. And the good thing is that I can pretty much eat up as much food as I want. And once I managed to destroy the bow, we get this cutscene of Pete somehow surviving the blast, which who knows how, but here we are.
Stop that! It's right now, second!
Scaly Pete remains resolute.
Where's she?
Right after that fight, we got sent back to the grotto where we upgraded to Elder because we got a bunch of skill points for defeating Pete. And we're going to keep on playing to fight him to the next part.
Begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination.
This right here is pretty much something simple. It's for unlocking half of the shark's abilities. And the way you do that is by doing some collectibles and by completing some of the mission in the story. And that's how we get our trophy.
While homeless and itinerant, hobos will work for a living. They are not...
Our next challenge was to fight this great white shark. And he was actually a bit challenging, not gonna lie. But nothing too crazy for me. I've been pretty much beasting and feasting on everybody. And we got our next trophy for killing them.
The great white is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role.
We finally did it. We finally reached mega status. Right here, we reached our max capacity, and instead of the elder, now we got the mega shark, and this is gonna help us get our trophy that we need.
Often referred to by scientists as the 64-ounce gas station soda of large marine predators.
You already know the drill. Another boss fight, but this time is with an orca, and he was actually really hard. That's the first battle that I actually struggled, but I still managed to beat him, luckily. And this is gonna get us our trophy.
Orcas, once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick: killing things.
Hey, so remember those bounty hunters I was mentioning about the very beginning of the video? We finally reached to level 10, and this is the part where I managed to kill him because he was really hard because he had reinforcements. But once we got him, we got our very trophy that we're looking for.
It's extraordinarily...
Right after that, I decided to face the very last apex predator that we needed, and it was the sperm whale. And he was harder than the orca, I cannot believe it, but we managed to kill him, and it gives us 2 trophies, 1 for killing the orca, and 2 for being the max apex.
Back in the good old days, the world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming.
Now we do the second fight with Scaly Pete, and it was really challenging because we had shields and a bunch of reinforcements, but luckily enough I managed to beat him, and we get 2 trophies from that, so it wasn't too bad, but I managed to beat him.
Why are you pushing my buttons?
The last thing I do. Laissez les bons temps rouler.
I suppose there's a lesson to be gleaned.
I just wanted to show you guys that beautiful scene of the ending of the game, but somehow the shark survives that full blast to the face. I'm not complaining because I still have a lot of collectibles to do, which is why I'm just gonna show you guys all the collectibles that I collected, and which leads me to getting the platinum trophy. So I need to do the signs, the license plates, and then the chest, and that's how we get our platinum.
The bull shark.
Clover's really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this.
Thank you so much for watching and supporting this video. I'm really grateful for the past subscribers and all the views I've been getting on these platinum trophies. It really means a lot to me. But this was Maneater, a really fun and chilling game. I did not expect it to be like this. I'm glad I got the chance to play it. And one thing though is that this is only the base game. There is a DLC for this, but I did not play the DLC. This is only the very base of the game. And if in the future I want to play it, I'll do it. But this is gonna be all for today's video. Have a good day or good night, and I'll talk to you later. Take care and peace. Bye bye.